Welcome, everyone, to the Wednesday, November 15th, 2023 formal meeting of the Iowa City Planning and Zoning Commission. For purpose of attendance, please note the following commissioners present: Craig, Wade, Elliott, Townsend, Quellhorst, Hinch, Padron. Next item on the agenda is public discussion of any item that's not on tonight's agenda. So if anybody in the member of the public who has something they'd like to address the commission, now is your opportunity. Go ahead and come forward. Seeing no stampede, we'll go on to the next item. So under comprehensive plan items, if any of you are here for a class or for reporting, this is the best meeting in the world because it's going to be really short. So things turn out really good for you. Next item on the agenda under comprehensive plan items, it's case number CPA 23-0001. The location is 1201 West Benton Street. This is a request to set a public hearing for December 6, 2023 on a proposed amendment to change the comprehensive plan future land use map from 2 to 8 dwelling units per acre to 8 to 16 dwelling units per acre, and an amendment to change the Southwest District Plan future land use map from single family / duplex residential to low-density multifamily residential for approximately 0.78 acres of property. My understanding is there'll be no staff presentation on this item tonight, and so if we could have a motion to set this public hearing for December 6, 2023.
Should I recuse myself now?
Yes.
Okay.
You should just say why you're.
I am going to recuse myself because I'm on the Oak Knoll Foundation Board.
Her you very much. So please note in the minutes that Commissioner Elliott has recused herself due to her participation in the Oak Knoll Foundation Board, and she's leaving the meeting. So if we can have a motion to set the public hearing for December 6, 2023 at 6 p.m. in this room in the Civic Center.
So moved.
Got a motion by Townsend. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Wade. Discussion? Hearing no discussion, all those in favor of setting the public hearing for December 6, 2023 at 6 p.m. in this room, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed signify by saying nay. Hearing no nays, the public hearing is set and the motion is passed by a vote of 6-0 with Commissioner Elliott abstaining.
I do have one question about the proposal. I mean, I know maybe this will come up at the public hearing, and maybe the staff knows an answer to it, which is, I'm a little concerned about the amount of parking that's there. 5 spaces, the thing shows.
Hey, Susan,
Yeah,
can you talk
we
in the microphone? We're told we need to be more attentive to
The
that.
layout shows 5 parking spaces, and I'm worried about people crossing from the other Oak Knoll facility to this one at the top of that hill. But that's the only concerns I had, and I wouldn't vote no because of it, but
I think
how do you decide how much parking you can have there?
there's something to be discussed at the public hearing, but
Oh,
it's
good.
good. I mean, I think Kirk can respond to that at that
Okay.
time.
Okay.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda, item number 5, consideration of meeting minutes of October 4, 2023. Are there any noted additions or corrections to those minutes? And if none,
Should we call Maggie back?
pardon me?
Should we call her back?
I think
I think she left.
Oh.
I don't think she's coming back.
Yeah.
If there's no additions or corrections, could I have a motion for approval?
Move approval.
Motion by Craig, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Quellhorst. Discussion? Hearing no discussion, all those in favor of approving the minutes of October 4 signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed signify by saying nay. Hearing no nays, the motion is approved, 6-0. Next item on the agenda is consideration of meeting minutes from October 18th, 2023. Are there any noted, do you wish to make any corrections or additions to those minutes? Seeing none, could I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Motion by Quellhorst, is there a second?
Second, Townsend.
Second by Townsend. Discussion? Hearing no discussion, all those in favor of approving the October 18th, 2023 minutes as published in the agenda signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed signify by saying nay. Hearing no nays, the motion is approved 6-0. Next item, number 7, planning and zoning information. Kirk.
Okay, so as I think many of you know, that most of the housing code, zoning code text amendments that were approved by you guys have been adopted by council now. So that includes everything excluding the ADUs. The ADUs will be considered at their next meeting next Tuesday. We're expecting that they'll have a consolidated second and third reading because the first reading passed 7-0. So that will be next Tuesday for the ADUs, otherwise everything else is passed. And for the reading on next Tuesday, they'll be considering it as recommended by you guys. And then based on discussion, there's a chance that you'll see another ADU amendment come down the line. There's been a lot of discussion about the owner occupancy requirement and where or where not that may be appropriate by the determination of city council. So you may see more ADU things in the future coming your way, but so far, everything else has passed. So thank you for taking the time. That's a pretty substantial amendment, so we appreciate your work on looking at all that.
I thought it said in the minutes that they might want to consult with P&Z. Is that, maybe they changed their mind?
So they talked about consulting and decided to approve it as recommended and then just direct staff to bring a subsequent amendment.
I see, okay.
My understanding that one of that amendment may have something to do with the University Impact Zone. If that comes before us again, I'd request that University Impact Zone be defined for us so we know what the criteria are to be in the impact zone, and then the date that was approved, because it seems to me it's probably aged on the vine. And so if we're going to talk about that, I'd like to have a little more information about University Impact Zones. Oh, and also for the minute taker, please note that Commissioner Elliott left the room for the conflict of interest and then did not return for the vote on items 5 and 6, and she's not anticipated to return.
And we do have one more thing, just as a heads up, the pro-housing application has been submitted. So we should hear back. HUD has told us that we will hear back by the end of January, but which I think is questionable. So maybe we'll hear back by spring next year, hopefully, but we'll keep you in the loop as that moves forward, as that's going to be some planning and zoning work associated with that as well. So looking forward to it. Hopefully, knock on some wood for us.
I have a question, and there's no reason to know the answer, but the student housing building that is being constructed presently at the intersection of Riverside and Myrtle, and then the other student housing building that's being constructed on South Dubuque Street, do you know how many units are going to be in those two buildings combined?
I do not.
Okay, because it just seems a relevant piece of information we probably should know at some point.
Myrtle, I want to say, is 250. I think I do know that one. I don't know about the other one.
Because they're both really large, and it's going to add some substantial availability for.
Yep, and we do plan on providing another development update where we look at things that have been platted and things that have been permitted. Both of those, Myrtle was permitted this year, so that'll be reflected in next year's numbers. I believe the South Dubuque Street one was permitted a couple years back now. I'm not sure. So, but we can keep you in the loop on that sort of thing too.
Also, that student housing that we approved a couple years ago, and I haven't heard anything moving on it, on Gilbert Street and just north of the railroad tracks there.
I think it was before my time.
315 Prentice, maybe?
Yes.
Middle City Electric.
They have resubmitted for a site plan,
I do remember that.
and I think that's where they are now. I think their site plan expired and they're submitting for a new one.
Okay. And that's still proposed to be student housing?
It's, I think the site plan is virtually unchanged from what it was previously,
Okay. All right.
to my knowledge.
Anything else, Kirk?
That's it for me.
Anything from commissioners on planning and zoning information? Seeing none, item number 8 for adjournment, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Motion by Townsend, is there a second?
Second.
By Qualhorse? Oh, you're just slow. Discussion? Hearing no discussion, all those in favor of adjournment signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed signify by saying nay. The ayes have it, 6-0. We're adjourned.
And this
Thank
is
you.
definitely the shortest meeting.
Yeah.